Once upon a time, in the shimmering rivers of New Mexico, there lived a cunning creature named Pintoo, an aqua scorpio predator with a gleaming green-black exoskeleton and a venomous stinger that glowed faintly in the murky waters. Though Pintoo was a master of stealth and precision in his watery domain, he had a curious dream: to grow the juiciest tomatoes in the land. But ever since he moved from the lush waters of California, his tomato plants were as fruitless as a river without fish. Pintoo, with his sharp senses and patient nature, studied his garden like he studied his prey. He checked the soil, making sure it was rich and soft, like the riverbed he gripped with his webbed claws. He ensured the sunlight bathed his plants like the warm currents of his old home, and he watered them carefully, as if tending to delicate water plants. Yet his tomatoes remained small and scarce, like tiny, timid fish that refuse to grow. "This New Mexico climate is too harsh," Pintoo hissed, his V-shaped snout twitching as he formed a hypothesis. "My plants cannot thrive here." But Pintoo was no reckless predator. Like when he waited in ambush with his cephalothorax low and stinger raised, he decided to test his idea with the precision of a well-aimed strike. With a flick of his flattened tail, Pintoo set up an experiment. He planted 2 kinds of tomato plants in separate plots, as carefully as he would position himself in the river's sway. One plot held his original tomato variety from California, delicate like the eel-like creatures he caught in his pincers. The other held a hardy variety, tough like his own chitinous exoskeleton, built to withstand the desert's extremes. Both plots received the same soil, water, and sunlight, just as Pintoo's sensory CD detected the same currents in his riverbed hunts. After 50 days, Pintoo slithered his garden, his iridescent plates shimmering under the sun. The original plants had bloomed, but their fruits were as few as fish escaping his grasp. The hardier plants, though, looked strong but far less mature, like young predators not yet ready to hunt. Pintoo's tail swayed thoughtfully. "Patience," he whispered, his stinger glowing faintly. "I must wait, as I do for the perfect moment to strike." After 100 days, Pintoo returned, his clawed feet sinking into the earth. The original plants were listless, their leaves browning like wilted water weeds, producing no more tomatoes. But the hardier plants stood tall, their vines heavy with plump, red tomatoes, as abundant as a school of fish caught in his ambush. Pintoo's eyes gleamed with triumph, his pincers clicking softly. Now, Pintoo faced a choice, much like choosing the right moment to strike. Some might say the hardier plants took twice as long to fruit, so his hypothesis about the harsh climate was wrong. Others might argue the hardier plants stayed green longer, proving the climate demanded tougher plants. Pintoo, however, saw the truth clearly, like spotting prey through murky waters. The hardier plants took longer to mature but produced far more fruit, showing that with the right adaptations, tomatoes could thrive in New Mexico's challenging environment. And so, Pintoo concluded he had proven his hypothesis. With a flick of his venomous tail, he declared, "In this harsh land, only the strong grow fruitful, just as I adapt a hunt in any river." From then on, Pintoo tended his hardier plants, his garden flourishing like his predatory prowess, teaching all who heard his tale that patience and adaptation can turn even the toughest challenges into bountiful rewards. Moral: like Pintoo, test your ideas with care and adapt to your environment to reap the greatest rewards.